Just take a look at it. The Dutch bulb fields. It's beautiful. With tulips, there's over 100 species and 3,000 different varieties, and they're sold all over the world, and Holland produces most of them, 3 billion of them in fact, every year, not just as bulbs to plant in the garden but also as cut flowers, which are proving to be more and more popular. The tulip is a wonderful plant. Of course, one of the favourite bulbs is in fact the daffodil. They're beautiful trumpets, and they're not just in gold, you can get them in white too, and you can also get them bicoloured, maybe with a sort of a salmony or orange trumpet as well. They're beautiful. But of course it's not just for borders, baskets and tubs, because you can naturalise them, and naturalise them means you really put them into the ground and they just keep growing and growing and multiplying as they go, planted underneath trees or even in a lawn. Daffodils bring an awful lot for the garden and give you great results with very little effort. Growing bulbs couldn't be easier. Effectively, a bulb is a little flower packaged by nature, and the size of the swelling around the outside is in fact just energy, like a battery ready to produce the flower. So when you buy them, they're ready to go. Dig a hole, usually 2.5 times the height of the bulb, and as you insert it into the ground, give it a little twist so the base of the bulb is hitting the base of the soil so no water can collect in and rot. Then, as I'm planting, I usually get hold of some soap and grate it into the hole. Now the scent of the soap and the taste deters the squirrels, and you can get this soap free from most hotels. And while we're talking about freebies, mark where the bulb has been planted, because obviously it's in the ground, you won't be able to see it. And with that, I use these little plant labels, carefully liberated from a coffee shop, that they use as stirrers. I write the bulb name on and stick it into the ground. And then, if you've planted in autumn, they'll come up again next spring and you get that beautiful visual effect. Now the key thing is to keep feeding the bulb whilst it's flowering and after it's flowering to put more energy back in the bulb for next year. It's as simple as that. When we plant bulbs, we have a tendency just to plant single varieties, a group full of daffodils or even a pot full of tulips. But planting in combinations can give our gardens so much more. Combination of textures, heights and colours. They really work and give a dramatic effect in our garden. Let me show you a few. Now look at the combination here. There's daffodils, there's tulips, hyacinths and fritillarias too. And because there's a mixture of gold and pink and orange, it really adds depth to the border and turns it into flowering beauty. This is a great combination, this one. This beautiful height of gold from the multi-headed daffodils, and then an underplanting of red tulips really works. Because of that height level, there's a feeling of much more depth to the border, and I think that really works. I love combinations when it comes down to planting bulbs. Taking something like the great hyacinth, these mascari here with their blues and their purples, but underplanting them with bright white tulips. Take a look at that. It's amazing, almost a sea of colour as it comes down, the white contrasting with the blue. It's all about clever combinations. You can add a lot more vavoom into your containers by underplanting with bulbs. Spring containers like this with the prims look fantastic, but waiting to come up for an extra show are the bulbs that we planted in earlier. And as you can see, they're starting to come through. So not only will we have the flowers and the prims, but we'll also have daffodils coming over the top. Marvellous. The good thing about daffodils is they're relatively inexpensive. You can buy them in big bags and plant them to naturalise in the garden, which means they come up bigger and better every year. But don't just do it as a clump, plant them in swathes. So you've got lovely fluid movement in the garden. And of course you'll get that every year. If you can't get a chance to come out and see the Dutch bulb fields or display areas yourself, there's no reason that you can't create your own displays in your own garden, because bulbs are so easy to grow, and with tulips and daffodils and hyacinths there's many to choose from, and it's also great to get the kids involved too.